We are so over it.
Once he retires, he says I will need to get a job.
She ignored me the whole rest of the flight and I ignored her. I got a good but painful workout of whatever muscle it is that keeps your knees together. Get a good lawyer and take him for all that you can and get your ass.
I don't understand this post.
There.
You're the asshole, you nasty b. Sibling Set podcast, take 3. I'm Sonjae.
I'm Shannon. Again.
Yeah.
Y'all.
I'm so over it.
It's been a ride. Anyways, this episode we are doing Reddit scenarios because we think it's entertaining. And
Reddit, am I the asshole?
yeah. So we're gonna get into it.
Here's one that looks interesting.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for wanting to keep my inheritance? I have been married for 15 years. My husband does very well financially, about $400,000 per year.
Wow.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
No, the part.
With your broke ass.
Love that.
Okay, but he is very controlling with money. After my dad died, I was given about $25,000 every year since 2018. My husband has always taken this money and invested it and allowed me to keep maybe $1,000 each Christmas. Allowed.
What?
Continue.
He doesn't give me an allowance or any spending money consistently, so that $1,000 would have to last me as long as possible. Huh? Recently, I was given a $50,000 after a property was sold that my dad owned. My husband is wanting me to give him the money to invest. He said I can get the monthly dividends as an allowance. This would provide me with about $500 a month in income. I'm a stay-at-home mom for our 6-year-old.
Oh, hell no.
I would also like to have more financial freedom than that. Also, I assume he will eventually tell me that I need to reinvest the dividends, which will leave me with no money. Can I tell my husband that I would like to keep the money in a separate savings account that is just in my name? It would be nice to have access to more than $500 a month. Or am I obligated to hand over the money to him? He wants to retire in a few years, he's 46, and live off the money from his investments. Once he retires, he says I will need to get a job.
You don't come from planet Earth.
I don't want to hear any more of this story.
I feel like if I have him invest the recent inheritance, I will never see a dime and I will be stuck financially. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to convince him otherwise, but any advice would be appreciated. Bitch, what
advice do you need?
What advice do you need? Take your money. Take your money and at the same time, take for yourself.
Leave
why,
that man.
Why are you still there?
What?
Right? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Your wife when you make $400 a year?
What do you mean? He allowed me to keep $1,000 each Christmas. Allowed me.
Try. Is this a real scenario? These are real people.
Okay, so there's an update. I have moved away for the summer with my son. I opened a new checking account at a different bank using my temporary address. I invested some of the money, but just in my name. He hasn't given me any allowance this summer as he knows I have the gift money to live on for now. He says I need to now get a job so I can have money to supplement the gift money and for additional spending money because he clearly does not want to give me anything. Why are you even...
That man hates you, sister. Get your ass up out of there. immediately. Get a lawyer. Get a good lawyer. And take him for all that you can and get your ass.
I don't understand this
out
post.
of there.
I don't understand why. Okay. Now I need to decide if I try to stay in the state longer, 6 months, so I can maybe file in this state instead of my home state. So I can maybe file in the state instead of my home state, huh? My son wants to go back home, but I don't know if that's the best place for either of us. Even if I don't file, I still would like to stay longer than the summer and have my son go to school here for a few weeks to see if he prefers it here. Am I overreacting and just need to suck it up and go back home at the end of the summer? I'm currently staying with my sister-in-law and her kids while my brother is deployed.
So what does the sister-in-law have to say about this is my question.
It's been great to have support. I just want to do the right thing for my son. He's 7, but I still feel bad for letting him down and not being with his dad. I don't know what to do. Leave him. That's what you do.
Girl,
leave that man.
That's the only advice I got.
You got $50,000. Fend for yourself.
That
leave
man
him.
is not fend for yourself. Get a lawyer and get paid.
I doubt that if this man has all this investment and money, I doubt he.
Unless she signed a prenup, she is entitled. That's the beauty of marriage. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy. She needs way more.
But now
$500 a month, Sonjae.
Now I'm questioning. Now I'm questioning if she did sign it because Shannon, yes, she was allowing this. She was going with this.
She doesn't sound that.
She was going with this. She said 15 years. She's been married for 15 years.
Yeah, I'm sorry, girl, but I gotta say this is not really a smart.
Somebody commented the part where she will need to get a job when he retires. Is it the goal to enjoy those years together?
I'm so confused. This man does not like you. That is number one.
Somebody said exactly. He's been investing her money to retire and wants her to work when he's done. That's
man
wild.
Does not like you.
OP, you need to ask for all the financial records and be in the next meeting with the financial planner. You need full accounting of every cent. Then he either decides to include you in the goals and planning and ensure you both retire together. And if he can't do that, call a lawyer and plan your exit.
Immediately. That's crazy. Anyways, you are not the asshole, but you
not the asshole,
sure
but leave him.
Smart.
Leave him.
Yeah. Anyway, next one, because this is even a crazy scenario. I can't even believe it. Yeah. What's best for you and your son is to
leave him.
Get on up out of there. This is not a male figure you want raising your son anyway. Am I the asshole for secretly feeding my sister vegetables? My sister is 16 and heavily overweight. She's 5'2" or 5'3", but 170 plus pounds. She's already pre-diabetic, and if she doesn't lose weight pronto, she'll have to go on metformin. Diabetes runs in our family. My mom and grandma both have it, and as it is, she is already having really low energy levels and clumps of her hair is falling out. I'm really worried about her and have tried to introduce her to various forms of fun exercises like swimming, those weird indoor cycling classes with the EDM. Talk to her about maybe 30-minute walks, whatever she can start with. I've even introduced her to wall climbing, thought that would be fun, but she absolutely hated it all. The other thing is, she doesn't eat any fruits or vegetables except maybe potatoes and bananas when they're in acceptable forms, like in chocolate banana smoothies or in banana bread. Oh my.
Damn.
As a last-ditch attempt, a couple days ago, I decided to just take over the family menu and feed her dishes that secretly have vegetables in them for breakfast. I made green smoothies, but added lots of sugar-free matcha to explain the green color and mask the flavors of the fruit and vegetables. I make cheese sauces out of pumpkin and carrots and flavor them with nutritional yeast. I mix crushed cauliflower into fried rice, etc. I have to lie about them because even if it tastes good, if she knows there are fruits or veggies she doesn't like in the dish, she'll immediately stop eating it. Wow, who does this sound like? Anyway,
I don't think it would work with Mega though.
it definitely
Mega,
would not.
Mega questions everything.
Anyways, it was going well until our mom found out the dishes secretly had vegetables in it. She started this whole argument about how it was unethical to lie to my sister, please, about what we were feeding her, and it escalated into a yelling match where I told my mom she clearly wasn't worried enough about my sister's health and that she knew nothing about my nutrition. Unethical? Where are we in the court? She thinks apple pie is healthy. The mom, that is. My mom has banned me from preparing the meals and is guilt-tripping me for lying, but I really think I was making an honest effort to help. I feel bad for yelling at my mom, but I don't know. Was I really such an asshole for lying about the vegetables? No, sister.
No.
You are good in my eyes. Edit.
You were not the asshole.
Edit. I really didn't expect my post to blow up like this. I just want to emphasize that I'm not a nutritionist or a doctor. I just listen to what the doctor plus nutritionist says during the monthly checkups and take that as fact. So thank you so much for pointing several things out. I will try to be more self-informed in the future. I've taken note of her possibly having ARFID, ARFID, I don't know what that is. Also thyroid problems or maybe PCOS, and we'll try to get my mom to get her to a therapist as well as a doctor. Thank you so much for bringing these things up. Also, my mom is really hard-headed, but she's still trying. I feel bad that I've made such a horrible impression of her. She has type 1 diabetes that she has to manage on top of her job and taking care of 2 kids, so please don't say she's terrible. Also, everyone asking me for my recipes can check my comments. I made a comment on this post detailing how I did the cheese and sauce and stuff. Thank you very much for your suggestions. I really appreciate them. Also, my mom has type 1 diabetes. My grandma on my dad's side has type 2, according to the doctor. My sister is at risk for type 2 because of her high blood sugar plus high cholesterol. Someone says, mom acknowledging sis is unhealthy means mom acknowledging that mom is unhealthy and mom isn't prepared to be frightened by her contributions to her own condition and her daughter's, nor does she want to be inconvenienced by the lifestyle changes that acknowledgement would require. So instead, it's the beat us for everybody. Yeah,
That's what she was saying, that people think that the mother isn't that health conscious, but the mother's also diabetic, so she has to watch her diet.
Yeah. I mean, like, this comment, though, doesn't say she's a bad mom. It just says that, like, she's not really taking the situation for what it is.
What is there? What's the name of the Reddit? Sir.
And they don't really have a name. It just says.
Because honestly, this sounds like.
Sounds like what?
It sounds like someone of Caucasian descent. Because what do you mean, like, that she refuses to eat? If dinner is cooked,
your brother don't eat nothing.
No, but you see, he knows better. Like, you'll sit there and he will pick it out, and if you can't pick it out, then he'll just have to sit there and eat it.
Yeah, he's just a child about it.
Or he'll eat bread.
Well, yeah, I don't think she's the asshole.
Am I the asshole for peeing in my friend's shower?
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
I don't even want to read the story. I kind of just want to default to saying yes. But let's read the story anyway. 22 female, was staying at a friend's place a few months ago over spring break. Let's call her Natalie, 23 female. Natalie and I have been friends for a while, but we haven't been able to hang out as much since she graduated last year and has been working. This was my first time seeing her new place and our first time spending the night together. Before anyone gets the wrong idea, there are absolutely no romantic or sexual feelings between us. I'm glad that you specified that. Now, as a guy without a penis, did I interpret something wrong?
Start over.
Oh, is that what FTM means? FTM means female transgender male.
Oh, well, that adds some context.
That makes so much more sense because that threw me just now.
So, a female without a penis.
No, a guy without a penis.
Oh, well, yeah, because females don't have penises.
I'm unable to enjoy the wonders of pissing standing up most of the time. STPs scare me. I don't know what that means. But STPs scare me, so I simply sit. However, when I shower, I can pee however I'd like. And it just goes down the drain and washes off my leg if I aim badly. You're nasty.
Disgusting!
Why would...
I don't think we can do this one because I will get cancelled. We have to sit this one because there are so many things to unpack here.
Let me continue. I shower every night before bed and I basically always pee. It's just really satisfying for me. I don't really talk to my friends about my peeing habits.
Running down her leg.
Child. Anyway, so
last week, me and Natalie were hanging out with some of our friends. Somehow we started talking about peeing. And so, of course, peeing in the shower came up. Many of my penisless friends agreed with me that it's so nice to be able to stand for once. And many of my
FTMs,
female transgender male, I think.
Okay. Are they also?
I don't know. Doesn't specify. And many of my penis having friends even agreed as well. However, not everyone felt that way. And there was a bit of an awkward silence afterwards. Natalie approached me later and nervously asked me if I had peed in her shower, and I said yes. She got really quiet and the whole thing got really awkward. She kind of shuffled away and we sort of avoided each other the rest of the evening. Later, one of our mutual friends texted me to tell me Natalie was really uncomfortable to learn that I peed in her shower, and she was reconsidering whether she would ever let me stay with her again. I texted her about it directly and apologized, but she hasn't replied yet. So, am I the asshole for peeing in her shower? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
I can't get behind the pissing in the shower thing.
Somebody said not the asshole. If you pooped in the shower and Waffle stopped it down the drain, then you would be an asshole.
Brother, disgusting한 냄새가 나요. Disgusting shit.
And somebody else replied to that, what a terrible day to be literate.
Here's my thing why I draw the line with peeing in the shower, right? Number one, it depends on the shower.
I'm sorry. Waffle stopped it. I'm dead.
It depends on the shower, right? And it depends on the drainage and the mat. Like, grown ass people, your piss stinks and it stains. Y'all need to stop that, especially if y'all is not cleaning it immediately after. Like, are you going down on are you at least throwing something down there to make, like, I just don't think that's sanitary. Pee is, it's excretion. Okay, it's excretion and that's gross. And especially if you have mats in the shower and whatever, that is just nasty.
Somebody said you're the asshole. What you do in your home is not what you do in other person's homes. This was disrespectful. I agree. Like, you shouldn't be doing that in your home either. But the fact that you think it's so normal that you come to your friend's place.
Own home, fine, that's your own home. But, like, don't go to other people's place and pee in their shower. That's gross.
Disgusting shit.
That's gross.
Anyway, I would like to move on from this conversation. You're the asshole, you nasty bitch.
Okay, that's a little much.
No, it's not. Shut up.
Let's take it back. It was just Easter Sunday, nigga. Let's take it back. No. But yes, that was nasty. I do concur.
Disgusting.
I concur. Am I the asshole for man spreading on a plane?
Yes. Most of these are very predictable.
On
On a
a plane.
plane.
I mean,
Yes.
it's a 3-seat.
Okay.
People beside you.
Okay.
One spread on a plane.
A few months ago, I, 36 male, was alone on a long flight, 6 hours, approximately. I had a middle seat between a middle seat immediately, yes. Immediately, yes. I had a middle seat between a young woman, 20s female, in the window seat, and a woman, 30s female, on the aisle. How do you know their ages? Anyways,
Maybe you had a competition with them.
I'm tall and I'm never comfortable on planes. Okay, well, book me
So am I. So am I, nigga.
My
so
knees
am I.
always dig into the seat in front, and it can be quite painful. I usually try to take a walk around the airport before flights to stretch my legs, but neglected to this time. It was Spirit Airlines, so even less leg room than usual. I have lots to say here already. Anyways, about half an hour after takeoff, I found my left knee inching to the side for the sweet relief of open space, specifically the no man's land in between seats.
Okay, so I know what he's talking about. It's that little crack between the seat that you can stick your knee through every once in a while.
Okay.
But I don't. Me being 6'4", I know I feel your pain.
Middle seats. Like, middle seats
I
are
don't
just
get middle
non-negotiable.
seats. I only get exit row seats.
Exactly.
Or the even more space seats or premium seats.
Exactly.
I don't
like, you
get.
just know that, unfortunately.
I
That's what
don't
that
get
comes
middle
with.
seats. Some people say that, oh, get the aisle seat, but then the problem with me and the aisle is you have to. It's still the same because you can't have your leg out in the aisle the entire time.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So it says, I found my left knee inching to the side for the sweet relief of open space, specifically the no man's land in between seats, level with the shared armrests. But I wasn't paying attention to my knee the entire time. I'll concede it's possible that at some point I was occupying space that rightfully belongs to my window seat neighbor. All was well for approximately 2 hours. At this point, the woman in the window seat called over the flight attendant. She asked her something like, could you tell him to keep his, I assume this is effing leg in his own effing seat. With horror. He said, with horror, I understood she was talking about. He said, with horror. My guy is appalled. He is appalled. I instantly retracted my leg in deep shame. She added something about his enormous dick. What? My understanding was that it was meant to be a snide reference to the idea that spreading your legs is about male genital comfort. But she wasn't speaking very clearly, and the flight attendant, 50s female, didn't seem to understand her. The flight attendant asked her some sort of clarifying question, but she didn't answer, and eventually the attendant went away. I had been shocked into silence, but the flight attendant left. When the flight attendant left, I frantically began to apologize. But she refused to speak to me. She acted like she didn't hear me. Instead, she started furiously texting on her phone. Yeah, during a flight. I thought it was weird too. Aisle seat woman said she had some extra space on her side I could use, but then promptly went to sleep. Oh well. I tried again to apologize to window seat woman, but again she ignored me. I went from embarrassed to confused. I kept replaying it in my head, wondering why she didn't simply ask me to move my knee instead of calling over the attendant. Yeah, elderly entitled people on flights get that way. I started sneaking peeks at her phone. My defense is that I was baffled by her behavior and wanted answers. I'll admit that I was being judgmental too. Here's why. She spent the last 3 hours of the flight watching TikToks about shaming obese people and texting someone she called Poppy. Why were you at? No, he was having
The
a
fact that
time
you were
with this woman's phone.
paying enough attention.
He was
to
having a time. Anyways.
know that she was texting
Poppy. I didn't see all of it, but a significant portion was definitely about me. She wrote, "Men really do me too much sometimes," with a laughing emoji. She ignored me the whole rest of the flight, and I ignored her. I got a good but painful workout of whatever muscle it is that keeps your knees together.
I've been through that too.
That is hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay. I don't think that you were the asshole.
Okay.
I do think that, considering, I'm pretty sure that you are a person who flies frequently, so you know that, number one, you cannot do middle seats as a man with long legs.
Yes.
You just can't.
Book better plane
Yeah,
seats next
you
time.
just can't. You can't do it.
But the reason why I said yes before I heard the story is because I was fully expecting it to be some entitled person that said that this
Just
space is
spread
my
eagle
space,
in
and
the
they
space.
just said that they're gonna use the entire space because they paid for the
Yeah.
space, so they're just gonna.
And on Spirit,
But no.
on Spirit. Oh, come on.
She said you his enormous dick.
Oh my
dead.
gosh! Like, okay, the woman was going crazy. I will say, she was going a bit crazy. But I think that you withstood enough shame about this whole thing, so I will ease you and say, just.
I don't
book
think you're the
better seats
asshole.
Next time, I
What are-
don't think you're the asshole, but I do think that you should take better care of the flight and the seat that you book.
Okay, wait. So somebody in the comments actually said you're the asshole, and they gave 3 reasons. They said, 1, this is a known reoccurring issue. You know you will feel better with more leg space. Stop pinching pennies and pay for an aisle seat or an exit seat. There are options. And 2, by wanting the woman to tell you if she's bothered by your invasion of her space, you make it her responsibility instead of just not doing it. Women can feel too vulnerable to confront a tall guy, your own admission, by themselves, especially when they are stuck at the window seat and cannot exit if the guy gets angry. She didn't call the attendant to tell you to move. She called her to have an authority figure to help her make a point. Okay, I hate this. Stop victimizing women, bro. Not all women are scared like what people are trying to prove it to be. And 3, and then there is the snooping. Seriously, dude, you thought what? Oh, this woman has already found me intrusive before. Let's double down.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
That's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Yeah, I don't think he's an asshole. I think that you were thoughtless and inconsiderate. And I do think that the lady took it there. Like, she didn't have to
I
be
think
that
there
bad
were
about it.
so many other options to
Yeah, she did take it there a little bit. And you seem like a good guy in terms of what you were trying to do to rectify the
But
situation.
snoopless. Snoop, the fact that you know exactly what she was watching on TikTok.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you knew that the person she was texting was named Poppy.
Yeah, that's
Like-
that's kind of creepy. Anyways,
You're the asshole for, but everything else is just... Yeah. That's enough.
That's fun. We can keep doing more of these.
We might turn them into a segment for the podcast. But for now, this is just gonna be the full video, and because Shannon was too lazy to film last week, we missed the upload
But you
for
guys
the
get
week.
2
However,
videos this week.
we're gonna be doing 2 videos this week, even though it's not the same thing. And algorithm doesn't work like that. I tried to tell her this before. It's fine. It just doubles my workload for editing.
You know what, Pete?
So-
Sometimes life happens and we just can't with the algorithm, okay? Because the algorithm is not human-centered.
Excuses.
Sucks. It's not an excuse. It's real.
Anywho, yeah, that's it. Sibling Set podcast, or at this point, it's the Sibling Set show.
The sibling.
That's
Set
what I might.
show.
I
Yeah,
might
that's
rename
cool.
the channel to the Sibling Set show.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because
I
I feel that's a better name. But yeah,
Peace out.
God bless.
God bless.